भजमानस विघ्नेश्वर मनीषं 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 भज सदन गणेशं भजमानस विघ्नेश्वर मनीषं भज सदन गणेशं भजमानस विघ्नेश्वर सदनं दुरितोदविनाशं गतशमनं शतसूर्यनिकाशं गतशमनं शतसूर्यनिकाशं भजमानस विघ्नेश्वरमनीशं भजपूर्वपर्णं सदन गणेशं भजमानस विघ्नेश्वरम् अनीशं वरदं जनशरणं वरदं जनशरणं भयहरणं वरदं जनशरणं भयहरणं वरदं जनशरणं भयहरणं वरमुनिमानस भववितरणं वरफलरसन व्रतमुभवतरणं रसन भवतरणं मन तुलसीदल वन तुलसीदल पूजित चरणं वन तुलसीदल पूजित चरणं भजमानस विघ्नेश्वरमनीशो भजपूर्वपर्णं सदन गणेशं भजमानस विघ्नेश्वरम् अनीशं विघ्नेश्वरमनीशं अनीशं
ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೂ ಕಿರಿಯರಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನದಾಳದಿಂದ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇನ್ನು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಗೌರವದ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಈ ದಿನ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವಿದ್ವಾನ್ ಚಾರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾ, ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆದಿಶಕ್ತಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ. We also have with us Vidushi Karish Mahauja, Director of Kadambari School of Odissi. It's so gratifying and immensely happy to see all of you present here. And I also want to take this opportunity again to welcome our dignitaries for graciously accepting our invitation and being present here to be a part of this show. ಇನ್ನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತಮ್ಮ ಸುಮಧುರ ಕಂಠ ಸಿರಿಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಈ ಸಂಭ್ರಮದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಂದಿ ಹಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ನನ್ನ ಬಲಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಗೀತ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನದಾಳದಿಂದ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸಹ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ವಿಶೇಷತೆ ಏನೆಂದರೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶ್ರುತಿ ರವರ ಶಿಸ್ತಿನ ಸಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಸುದಿನ ಈ ಗುರುವಾರದ ಶುಭ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲದಂದು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ಕಾರಣ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶ್ರುತಿರವರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವರ ಕಲೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರ ಕಲಾಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹಿಸಿ ಶುಭ ಹಾರೈಸಲು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೀಯ ನೃತ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ನೃತ್ಯ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನವು ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಸನ್ನೆಗಳ, ಕೈ ಚಲನೆಗಳ, ಅಭಿವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳ, ಸಂಗೀತ, ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗಳ ಹಾಗೂ ನೃತ್ಯಗಳ ಸಮಾಗಮನದಿಂದ ನೋಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಭಿನ್ನ ಅನುಭವವನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಕರು ಹಾಡು ಅಥವಾ ಕಥೆಯ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ವಿವಿಧ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಖದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೆಸಿ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ, ಸಂತೋಷ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ದುಃಖ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನದ ಸಂದೇಶ ಸಂವಹನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈ ಸನ್ನೆಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಬೆರಳುಗಳ ಚಲನೆಗಳಿಂದ ವಿವಿಧ ಆಕಾರವನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸುವುದು ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಭಾಗವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ತಾಳ. ತಾಳ ವಿವಿಧ ಲಯಬದ್ಧ ಮಧ್ಯಂತರಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೀಯ ನೃತ್ಯ ಸಂಗೀತದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಲಯ ತಪ್ಪದಂತೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಹಾಕಲು ತಾಳ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ನೃತ್ಯ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಬೇಡುತ್ತದೆ. ನುರಿತ ಕಲಾಕಾರರು ತಮ್ಮ ನಾಟ್ಯ ಗುರುಗಳ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನದಡಿ ವರ್ಷಾನುಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ತರಬೇತಿ ಪಡೆದು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ನರ್ತಿಸುವ ಅರ್ಹತೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ವೇದಿಕೆ ಉದ್ದ ಅಗಲಕ್ಕೂ ತಮ್ಮ ವೇದಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥವಾಗಿ ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಉತ್ತಮ ಸಂಗೀತ ಮತ್ತು ನೃತ್ಯ ಸಂಯೋಜನೆಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಭಾವ, ಕೈ ಸನ್ನೆಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಆಕರ್ಷಕ ವೇಷಭೂಷಣಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಜನಗರ ಬಹು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅಂತಹದೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೋರ್ತೀನಿ. ನೃತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಜೀವಾಧಾರವಾದದ್ದು ಸಂಗೀತ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಜೀವಕಳೆಯನ್ನು ತಂದುಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾನ್ ಸಂಗೀತ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರ ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡುವ ಸಮಯ. I would like to invite our incredible musicians of this evening. We have with us on vocals Shri Kalamandalam Vishnu T.S. Choreography, training, Natwangam, Guru Dr. Rekha Raju. Mridangam, Shri Kalamandalam Kiran Gopinath. Violin, Shri Sangeet Mohan. Flute, Dr. Vinod. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶ್ರುತಿ ರವರ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಅವರ ಕುಟುಂಬಸ್ಥರ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ನೃತ್ಯಧಾಮ ನೃತ್ಯ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತೀನಿ. ಏಕದಂತ ವಕ್ರ ತುಂಡನೆ, ವಿಘ್ನ ರಾಜನೆ, ಮೊದಲು ನಿನ್ನ ನಮಿಸಿದವರಿಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಸಾಧನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ ಬನ್ನಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸಂಭ್ರಮದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಗಣಪತಿ ನೀನೇ ಗತಿ ಎಂದು ಆ ಲಂಬೋದರನನ್ನು, ಗಣಪನನ್ನು, ಏಕದಂತನನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿ ನಮಿಸಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸೋಣ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಗಣೇಶನ ಸ್ತುತಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶ್ರುತಿರವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಕಲಾವಿದೆ ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಟರಾಜನಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸಿ, ತದನಂತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಗೀತಗಾರರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸಿ, ಅದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ರಂಗಸ್ಥಳಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸಿ ತಮ್ಮ ನೃತ್ಯ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೊದಲ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿಯಾಗಿ ಗಜವನದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಎಂಬ ನೃತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಹಂಸಧ್ವನಿ ರಾಗದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಆದಿತಾಳಕ್ಕೆ ಅಳವಡಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದರ ನೃತ್ಯ ಸಂಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನು ಗುರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರೇಖಾ ರಾಜುರವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ.
It is a very honorable moment for all of us because we have Dr. Raghavendra sir here also. Raghavendra sir has always been a great support and encouragement for all of us. So, ನೀವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. And I would request you to come and have a seat in the front. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for coming. And audience, I kindly request you all to avoid your flash photography on phones and refrain from taking videos because all these are like original choreographies and I do not want any kind of social media publicity. Thank you so much.
ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಗೌರಿ ತನಯ ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಗೌರಿ ತನಯ ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಗೌರಿ ತನಯ ತ್ರಿಜಗವಂದಿದನೆ ಸುಜನರ ಗುರವನೆ 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 ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಪರಮ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಪರಮ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಗನ ಮುನಿಜನ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಗನ ಮುನಿಜನ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಪರಮ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಗನ ಮುನಿಜನ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಪರಮ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಗನ ಮುನಿಜನ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಮೋದತಿ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪಾದವ ತೋರು ಮೋದತಿ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪಾದವ ತೋರು ಮೋದತಿ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪಾದವ ತೋರೋ ಸಾಧು ವಂದಿದನೆ ಆದರದಿಂದಲೇ ಸಾಧು ವಂದಿದನೆ ಆದರದಿಂದಲೇ ಸರಸಿ ಜನಾಭ ಶ್ರೀ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ಸರಸಿ ಜನಾಭ ಶ್ರೀ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ನಿರುತ್ತನೆ ದೇಯುವಂದೆ ದಯ ಮಾಡು ನಿರುತ್ತನೆ ದೇಯುವಂದೆ ದಯ ಮಾಡು ದೇವ ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಗೌರಿ ತನಯ ತ್ರಿಜಗವಂದಿದನೆ ಸುಜನರ ತೋರವನೆ ಗಜವದನ ಬೇಡುವೆ ಬೇಡುವೆ
Alaripu is a traditional nritta, a pure dance item that is usually taught at the beginning of a Bharatanatyam dancer's journey. It is an invocatory item that seeks to pay obeisance to the god, the guru, and the audience. Alaripu literally means the blossoming of a flower. Alar meaning flower and Ipu meaning lowering or bringing down. It suggests the blossoming of both the dancer and the dance in the presence of the audience. It can be said to any five jatis using Chollikattu syllables. The movement of all major and minor limbs is involved in this number. It is performed to the rhythm of the mridangam. Alaripu begins with attamis or neck movements, followed by Mandi Aduvu in the second half, and later culminates with vibrant footwork and Tirmana Aduvu. The dance commences quietly and gradually builds up the tempo of bodily movements to reach a climax. Nritta, which involves no abhinaya, is a perfect example of a pure abstract dance sequence, executed through a number of concentrated yet elemental rhythmic patterns. It is performed in all three speeds in a cyclical ascending fashion to fit perfectly into the prescribed talam, be it Trishram, Chatushram, Kandam, Mishram, and Sankirnam. The Alaripu has been so consummately planned that it looks new every time we see it. Though it is one of the initial items that a dance student starts learning, a tremendous amount of thinking has been put into the organization of the Alaripu, which makes it look so simple and yet so spontaneous. Presenting to you Alaripu in Rupaka Talam.
Thallang kutaka tadikina tumda, tei yumda, tam kita takada, tei yumda, tam kita takadam, dhi tam kita takadei, ta tei kita takadam, dhi tam kita takadei, ta tei kita takadam, dhi tam tei, ta tei tam, 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 dhi tam, kita taka tei, ta tei, kita taga tam, te tam, kita taga te, ta te, kita taga tam, te tam te, ra te tam, te tam te, ta te tam, te tam te, ta te tam, te tam te, ra te tam, te tam te, ta 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 te tam tam, te tam, kita taga te, ta te, kita taga tam, te tam, kita taga te, ta te, kita taga tam, te tam te, ra te 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 tam, te tam te, ta 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 te tam, tam, te tam te, ta te 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 ra kutta kutta cham ta, ta ta kutta cham te, ta digin na tum, ta digin na tum, ta tikku ta digin na tum ta. Triku taka, 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 talang kucham, gadaka tarikada dum ta, te re yum ta, tam, kita taka tam.
Few words about Srimati Shruti Mahadevan. Born into a very loving family, she was fascinated by Bharatnatyam from the young age of 5. She joined Bharatnatyam classes under Guru Ashok Kumar but had to discontinue her training as she moved to Mumbai. Soon, she enrolled for academy study in Gurukula based Sri Satya Sai Educational Institution, and she could not complete her training in Bharatnatyam. She finished her schooling and graduation in BCom before returning to Mumbai, where she pursued MBA in finance. Not too keen on a corporate job, she worked alongside her husband for 4 years in a startup. After that, in a year, 2015, she felt her art strings tug at her to rejoin Bharatnatyam classes. It was her mother-in-law who found Nrityadama close to her home. Training under Guru Dr. Rekha Raju made her passion and dreams come true. She has been learning under Guru Dr. Rekha Raju for 7.5 years now. She has had the opportunity to perform as a part of Nrityadama in various locations and festivals like in Chidambaram, Tanjavur, Srivaliputtur, Saraikela, etc. She has completed the advanced level of Bharatnatyam certification of Visharad Prathama. For Shruti, dance is not just a hobby, but a spiritual journey that helps her not only in her personal growth, but also in growing her connection with God. The support from her family is her backbone in being what she is today. Apart from this, she volunteers for Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vahini, where she plays the role of a volunteer creating multimedia content for enabling teachers all over the country to use educational content that is systematic, organized and value-based. A big round of applause to Srimati Shruti Mahadevan. Moving on to the next item, the next piece, the Jatiswaram. Jatiswaram is a part of Nritta in a Bharatnatyam recital. It is an example of a pure dance or Nritta sequence in which the performer weaves several patterns on the musical compositions. Just like its name, it is executed to the tune of a combination of swara passages in a particular raga and thala. The aim of this sequence is purely an aesthetic pleasure by the form of beauty through poses and movements in rhythm. A very exacting piece, the power of this item lies in its varying melodies and tempo. Today's Jatiswaram in Raga Kalyani set to Rupakatalam. Kalyani Jatiswaram.
Ni da pa dha ma ga re ni re sa ni re ga ma pa dha ni sa ni da pa dha ma ga re
cham ta tatta kutta cham te sanam pinam ta cham taram takuntari kitta takate thik te ta thik te kidagatam kidagatarigadatom kidagatam kidagatarigadatom kidagatam kidagatarigadatom
sa ni da pa dha ma ga re ni re sa ni re ne ma pa da ni sa da ni sa ni da da pa pa dha ma ga re re sa re ga ma pa pa da ni sa ni da pa dha
That was indeed a very beautiful performance. A big round of applause for our budding artist. The next item to be presented is a Shabdam. Shabdam is the first item in a Bharatnatyam recital which has words in it, also commonly called as Shabda. Therefore, it is also the item of a Margam where Abhinaya or expressions are introduced. It shows a glimpse of the dancer's abilities, shifting between small rhythmic patterns and small passages in praise of certain gods. Today's Shabdam will be in praise of our beloved Lord Krishna. He is the one who lives in Gokula, the one who has captured the heart of the Gopikas, the cowherd boy. He lifted the mighty Govardhana mountain and protected the inhabitants from the torrential rains, and with his sweet flute captured the hearts of everyone. He is the embodiment of beauty, the son of Nanda Maharaj. Presenting to you Shabdam in Ragamalika set to Mishra Chaputalam, Gokulambudi Shabdam.
Tatayate tatata Tatayate tatata Dalam pujan Kidagadari kidajam tajanadam Danada jano 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 Hanam dana kida Tadim dime kita Tati kata Tadanadam dana tajano jano jano Danam dana kida Tadim dime kita Tati kata Gokulambudi Chandra Sundara Gopika Jana Brinda Shubhakara Gobhavesha Hara Bhayangara Gaukalincho Gunakara Gokulambudi Chandra Sundara Gopika Jana Vrinda Shubhakara Gobhavesha Hara Bhayangara Gaukalincho Gunakara Gokulambudi Chandra Sundara Gopika Jana Vrinda Shubhakara Gobhavesha Hara Bhayangara Gaukalincho Gunakara Gokulam गोपिका जन वृंद शुभकर गोपवेश हरा भयंकर गौगलिंचु गुणाकर गोकुला बुधि चंद्र सुंदर गोपिका जन वृंद शुभकर गोपवेश हरा भयंकर गौगलिंचु गुणाकर थळ्ळंकुचं किडतकितरिकिडचं तदणदं दणदजणु जणु जणु मन्दहास उपादविनुद मुकुन्द माधव नन्दग मन्दहास उपादविनुद मुकुन्द माधव नन्दग मुनिवृन्दनुत गोविन्द वन्द्युत सल्लदमु गुणजन्दुर मुनिवृन्दनुत गोविन्द वन्द्युत सल्लदमु गुणजन्दुर मन्दहास उपादविनुद मुकुन्द मुनिवृन्दनुद गोविन्द वन्द्युत सल्लदमु गुणजन्दुर कळ्ळंकुचं तदणदं दणतजणु जणु जणु जालनिन्नुमे कोरिवचिरे जालरसिक शिरोन्मणि जालनिन्नुमे कोरिवचिरे जालरसिक शिरोन्मणि गनेल तामसयाल घनश्यामळ कळजालर इगलेल तामसयालर घनश्यामळ तळजालर जालनिन्नुमे कोरिवचिरे जालरसिक शिरोन्मणि इगलेल तामसयाल घनश्यामळ तळजालर धळ्ळंकुचं किडतकितरिकिडचं
तिन्नं तकुन्दरि किट्टतकरक तिन्नं तकुन्दरि किट्टतकरे तिन्नं नं किट्टतकजं दरि दळं कुजं किडदगदरिगिडदों दिन दिन्नं नं किट्टतकजं दरि दळं कुजं किडदगदरिगिडदों दिन दिन्नं नं किट्टतकजं दळं कुजं किडदगदरिगिडदों
ततयातेयुं ततयातेयुं ततता
A few words about our guru, Dr. Rekha Raju. Dr. Rekha Raju started learning dance under the guidance of late Guru Shri Padmani Ramachandran. Then she continued under Kalamandalam Usha Datar and music under Shri Raju Datar, Mridangam under Shri Jagdish Janardhanan. She was guided under the tutelage of Guru Shri Janardhanan when she completed her PhD in Mohiniyattam. She is also a chartered accountant and has an MBA degree too. She is now learning under the guidance of Guru Kalamandalam Srimati Suganti. Rekha is also trained in Carnatic music for over 15 years, Mridangam over 8 years, and Natuvangam for over 15 years. An A-graded artist at the Doordarshan and an empaneled artist of the ICCR, Rekha has traveled across the world to spread Mohiniyattam to countries like the United Kingdom, New Zealand, large parts of Europe, etc. She is the member of the expert panel for Mohiniyattam at the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. She is the artistic director of her academy, Nritya Dhama Temple of Fine Arts, where she trains more than 400 students in Mohiniyattam, Bharatnatyam, Mridangam, Yoga, and Carnatic vocals. She also engages in reaching out to the underprivileged children at NGOs like Freedom Foundation, Crystal House, Mother Teresa Home for Children, and teaches many of them for free. Some of the awards with which she has been felicitated include Yuva Kala Bharati, Yuva Kala Pratibha, Best Young Dancer Bangalore Tamil Sangam, Nritya Nipuna, Swarna Mukhi, Nritya Varsha Deepika, Kala Yogi from Bangalore ICCR. Dr. Rekha Raju has performed over 2,000 stage shows and she has given more than 50 lecture demonstrations at universities all over the world. We are indeed blessed and honored to be a student sucker. Moving on, the next item that we would be witnessing is a Varnam. Varnam is the most enthralling, interesting, and a challenging item in a Bharatnatyam recital. It is a piece de resistance wherein the expertise of the dancer is known. It is a demanding number testing not only the stamina of a dancer, but training the skill, the imaginative faculty of a dancer to improvise and to successfully alternate between pure dance and abhinaya. If all these come together, this engrossing number is a visual delight. The name Varnam itself means color and stands as a test to a dancer's capabilities in the different aspects and hues of the Bharatnatyam art form. It is a complex and intricate piece comprising various jatis, which are a series of pure dance sequences followed by a tirmana elaborated to a cholla or a string of syllables. These fast-paced jatis are followed by the sahitya, where the music is described by the dancer using facial expressions and the emotion contained by the song is conveyed to the audience. The Varnam to be performed today is a Pada Varnam set to Adi Talam and Kamboji Ragam, Nadanai Araittuva Sakiye. In this Pada Varnam, the composer is describing the heroine suffering from the pangs of separation, who pleads, "Please bring my Lord Swaminathan to me, my friend Sakhiye." She sings his praise, but wonders why he does not come to her. Legend has it that Lord Muruga is called Swaminathan, for he is supposed to have imparted the knowledge behind the primordial sound Om to his own father, Lord Shiva. In the Pallavi, the poet says, "O friend, please bring my Lord Murugan to me." In the Anupallavi, the Nayika says, "Will someone who is cognizant of the pangs of love consent to even a moment's separation from me? I cannot bear this distress that is caused by the grief of separation. Is Lord Muruga's heart made of stone? Will it not soften and melt in compassion for me?" In the Chitteswara Sahitya, the composer questions, "Do I have the competence to talk about the greatness of this nephew of Vishnu who grants so much happiness? He is supposedly a king named Murugan who comes riding atop a mighty peacock. The extremely holy one is the son of Shiva." In the long Swara Sahitya, the composer says, "Please grant me the privilege of your unique musical instruction that you whispered into the ears of the husband of goddess Parvati." Completely smitten by Swaminathan, the Nayika says, "He is the six-faced one who is extremely handsome, famous, and of sterling moral character." An important aspect to note here is that the Trikala Jati is composed by Guru Sri Jagadish Janardhanan, and the rest of the Jatis are composed and choreographed by our Guru Dr. Rekha Raju. Presenting Varnam set to Kamboji Ragam and Adi Talam, Natanai Airaithuva Sakhiye.
கி ந தொம் த ரிங் கி ந தொம் தக்க திக்கு கொடுதக தரிகிடதும் தக்க திக்கு கொடுதக தரிகிடதும் தா திக்கு கொடுதக தரிகிடதும்
அழைத்து வா சகியே அழைத்து வா சகியே எந்தன் அழைத்து வா சகியே எந்தன் அழைத்து வா சகியே எந்தன் அழைத்து வா சகியே சுவாமி 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 அழைத்து வா சகியே
தக்க திக்கு தக்க ததிக்கிண்ண தொம் தா தத்திமி தக்க தத்தி மித்த கிட்ட தக்க தரி தண்ண சண்ணு திம்மி தக்கும் தரி கிட்ட தக்க தா தத்திமி தக்க தத்தி மித்த கிட்ட தக்க தரி தண்ண சண்ணு திம்மி தக்கும் தரி கிட்ட தக்க தா தத்திமி தக்க ரத்தரி கிட்ட தக்க ரத்தரி தத்தட தச்சண்ணு தத்திமி தகுதரிடதகதா தத்திமி தக்க தத்திமி தக்கிட்ட தக்க ரத்தரி தச்சண்ண தச்சண்ணு தத்திமி தகுதரிடதகதா தத்திமி தா தத்திமி ரக்க திமி தை தத்தக்க திமி தை தை தத்தக்க திமி ரக்க தித்தா திமி தா தத்திமி தை தக்க தக்கடதக தரிகிடதும் தரிகிடதும் தத்தித்தா திமி தா தத்திமி தை தக்க தக்கடதக தரிகிடதும் தரிகிடதும் தத்தித்தா திமி தா தத்திமி தை ரக்க திக்கு கடதக தரிகிடதும் தரிகிடதும்
அழைத்து வா சகியே காதலை அறிந்தவர் கணம் பெறுவாரோ காதலை அறிந்தவர் கணம் பெறுவாரோ காதலை அறிந்தவர் கணம் பெறுவாரோ காதலை அறிந்தவர் கணம் பெறுவாரோ அறிந்தவர் கணம் பிரிவரும் போகாதலை அறிந்தவர் கணம் பிரிவரும் காதலே அறிந்தவர் கணம் பிரிவரும் அறிந்தவர் கணம் பிரிவாரோ காதலை அறிந்தவர் கணம் பிரிவாரோ காதலை அறிந்தவர் கணம் வேதனை துயரினை நான் சகிகேனே 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 வேதனை துயரினை நான் சகிகேனே
ஜனு திமி தத்த தன தத தஜனு தத தத்திமி தத தக்கிட்ட தக்கதாம் ரக்கதிக்கு குரதக தரிகிடதும் தத்தன தத தஜனு தத தத்திமி தத தக்கிட்ட தக்கதாம் ரக்கதிக்கு குரதக தரிகிடதும் தத்தன தத தஜனு தத தத்திமி தத தக்கிட்ட தக்கதாம் ரக்கதிக்கு குரதக தரிகிடதும்
வேதனை துயரினை நான் சகிகேனே வெறும் கல்லோ அவர் மனம் கனிந்துருகாதோ வெறும் கல்லோ அவர் மனம் கனிந்துருகாதோ வெறும் கல்லோ அவர் மனம் கனிந்துருகாதோ வெறும் கல்லோ மனம் கனிந்துருகாதோ வெறும் கல்லோ அவர் 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 மனம் கனிந்துருகாதோ நிதப மகரே ரிக சரே கமவத ச நிதப மகரே ரிக சரே கமவத ச நிதபத ச ரிக ச நிதமவதவ மக ச ரிக ச மால் மருகன் மகிமை கூறதகும் மாமையில் மீது வரும் மால் மருகன் மகிமை கூறதகும் மாமையில் மீது வரும் முருகனெனும் மகிப்பனாம் சிவகுமரனாம் வெகு புனிதனாம் சுகபருள மாமரகன் மகிமை கூறத்தகுமா மாமையில் மீதுவர் முருகனெனும் மகிப்பனாம் சிவகுமரனாம் வெகு புனிதனாம் சுகமருள் நாயதனே அழைத்து சகியே எந்த நாதனை அழைத்து சகியே நாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய்
கள்ளங்கு தக்கத்தை குதக்கத்தை திக்கிடத்தும் தக்க டிங்கு தக்க தக்க டிங்கு தக்க தாம் கிடக்கு தக்கள்ளங் குத்தக்க தக்க டிங் குத்தக்க தக்க டிங் குத்தக்கத்தே கிடக்கு தக்கள்ளங் குத்தக்க தக்க டிங் குத்த தடிங் குத தக்க தடிங் குத்தை தடிங் குதை தக்க டிங் குத்தத்தை தடிங் குதத்தெத்தா தக்க திக்கு குடதக தரிகிடதும் தக்க டிங் குத்தக்க தித்த டிங் குதகத தெத்தா தக்க திக்கு குடதக தரிகிடதும் தக்க டிங் குத்தக்க தித்த டிங் குதகத தெத்தா தக்க திக்கு குடதக தரிகிடதும்
நாதோபதேசம் அருள்வார் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வார் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வார் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் 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 நாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் மாதும் ஓமை நாதனின் காதில் ஓதும் மாதும் ஓதும் நாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் சங்கரன் நாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் மகரிக மகரி நாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் அழகுடையவன் புகழுடையவன் குணமுடையவன் அருமுகவன் அழகுடையவன் புகழுடையவன் குணமுடையவன் அருமுகவன் நாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் அருள்வாய் தனி பத பம பதனி தம பம கம கம பத பத சனி தம பத நி பத பம பதனி தம பம கம கம பத பத சனி தம பத ச நீ கம கரி சனி த பத சனி சனி த த பம சனி த நாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் சங்கரன் அரியநாதோபதேசம் அருள்வாய் ತಾಗಿ ಪುನಿತ ಅಭಯ ಕರದಳ ಮದಿಲಣೆ ആറുകരമുടവിളങ്ങി വരും തായെ പുനിത അഭയകരദളമതിലണേ ആറുകരമുടവിളങ്ങി വർ മുരുകേശ മഹാരാജ അനുദിനവും ഇമ്പമുടൻ തന്തരുളും അൻപോട് തായെ പുനിത അഭയകരദളമതിലണേ ആറുകരമുടവിളങ്ങി വരും മുരുകേശ മഹാരാജനുദിനം ഇമ്പമുടൻ തന്തരുളും അൻപോട് നാഥോപദേശം അരുൾവായ് ശങ്കരൻ അരിയനാഥോപദേശം അരുൾവായ് ശങ്കരൻ അരിയനാഥോപദേശം അരുൾവായ് സാ സരിഗ മഗ സരിഗ സരിഗമ ഭഗ മഗ പദ സരിഗ മഗ സരിഗ സരിഗമ ഭഗ മഗ പദ സരി ഗരി സനിധ പദ നിധ മഗ സരി ഗരി സരി ഗരി ഗമ പദ സരി പദ സരി സരി ഗരി സനിധ പദ നിധ മഗ സരി ഗരി സരി ഗരി ഗമ പദ സരി ഗരി സനിധ സരി സരി ഗരി സനിധ പദ നിധ മഗ സരി ഗരി സരി ഗരി ഗമ പദ സരി ഗരി സനിധ പദ നിധ മഗ സരി ഗരി സരി ഗരി ഗമ പദ സരി ഗഗ മഗ മരി ഗ സരി ഗരി സരി സനിധ മഗ പദ സരി ഗരി സരി സനിധ പഗ ദപ മദവ മഗരി സരി സരി ഗോപദേശം അരുൾവായ് ശങ്കരൻ അരിയനാഥോപദേശം അരുൾവായ് ശങ്കരൻ അരിയനാഥോപദേശം അരുൾവായ് ശങ്കര
Why not an encouraging applause to this wonderful performance? ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹಂತದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿದಿತ್ತು. ಎರಡನೇ ಹಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವ ಮುನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟ ವಿರಾಮ. ಈ ವಿರಾಮದಲ್ಲೀಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ. We will now have a short felicitation ceremony. I request our esteemed chief guest to please take the space on the dais. I request Raghavendra sir also to please come onto the dais. Raghavendra sir. Few words about Vidwan Charles Ma. Charles was initiated into the sacred world of Bharatnatyam by Guru Srimati Vidya. He further honed his skills with some of the Bangalore's finest teachers to finally come under the guidance of Srimati Purnima Ashok and Srimati Priyadarshini Govind. His individuality, a distinct style that is linear with masculine elegance and a flair for abhinaya set him apart. He is a soloist, choreographer, teacher, and his performances are popular not only with the connoisseurs of the heart, but also with a young audience that is often seen at his performances. He has been an INK fellow and spoke at the TED worldwide auditions in Bangalore. has performed at many prestigious festivals across the country and has received commendable reviews. He is often featured in the print media and was chosen as one of the India Today's Young Achievers in Bangalore in 2011. He is also a print model, an actor, and is popular for the role in the web series Rocket Boys on Sony Live. He is very often invited to speak as a motivational speaker and do workshops for young people across the country. Some of the platforms he has been invited to speak have been the TEDx series, the Volvo Leadership Summit, Christ College Art Workshops, seminars, etc. He now works on his own and his choreography is creative, young, and is constantly attempting to find a modern identity to the traditional art form of Bharatnatyam he practices. He is a committed teacher and imparts the art form to young dancers at its school, Adi Shakti. Some of his students have done their arangetrams under him, and some now work with reputed dance companies and work independently in the city. He is also a contemporary dancer and choreographer and has worked with some of the most prestigious institutions in Bangalore like Christ University, St. Joseph's College, Sophia's High School, Frank's Anthony Public School, Chain College, etc. He has been a part of some major festivals, naming a few: Belligeji Festival, Dharani Fine Arts Festival, Ananya Series, Tunga Mahotsav, ISKCON Festival, Volvo Leadership Summit, Varnam Festival, Sony Television, Accenture Innovation Grand Finale, Agni, Jugalbandi of Mohiniyattam and Bharatnatyam, lecture demonstrations for the International School, Global School, ICCR Every Friday Cultural Performances, and many more. Thank you for gracing the occasion, sir. We would now like to honor our guests.
Namaskaram, good evening. So much to say. I'll try and condense it. Looking at Shruti ji, I've had the privilege of teaching, presenting the arangetrams of students older than me, like Shruti ji. And it took me back to a lot of things. I've learned with some of the best teachers. I've learned with a lot of teachers, not something to be proud of. But I took back a lot of things a lot of teachers said. So I remember one teacher in Tamil would always say, "Unukku avasaramda, unukku romba avasaram, amaidi," he would say. Then he would say, "Ennaya, generation ku romba avasaram," he would say. My generation is very fast. So when I looked at Shruti ji, she was dancing with this calmness, right? And that's rare. She was so calm. She didn't miss tala. Very focused, she looked like she's been on stage for a long time, you know. And then also, I started hearing things in my head. So there was Lasya, right? There was Kala. There was Vidya. And in my head, because I chant the Lalita Sahasranama, I listen to it very often. If you chant it and you hear it, you'll hear Kalavati in one of the verses. You'll hear Lasya Priya. And you'll hear Vidya Vidyo Swarupini. If you look at dance, Bharatanatyam, any classical dance, I didn't mean to offend anyone. It's an amalgamation, of these beautiful things like Laya, like Kala and Vidya. And if you're going to say Vidya Vidya Swarupini, it is the goddess herself, right? So the art itself is the goddess. And I've heard beautiful things, like in Bharatanatyam, if you look at it, you're creating diagonals everywhere, right? Like ulta, pulta, triangles. Now you put these triangles together, they will be the Shri Yantra. Absolutely. If you see Shruti doing this, from here to here, it's a triangle, right? It's the Shri, it's the equilateral triangle. She sits in Aramandi, there's again triangles. So if you look at it fully, it's like completely the Shri Yantra. And for me, as a youngster, I mean, Ananya sir and Rekha, all of the older ones No, I've had this tumultuous journey, of 20 years, 25 years of dancing, falling, failing, getting up, making people proud of me, failing people, letting people down. And through that journey, it's a physical journey first, right? So the guru will teach her and put you through this, and the joke is a ragadofy. Like a ragada patties, you keep on like rubbing this dancer and making this dancer dance. Then after a point, when you look at Shruti was dancing with such childlike innocence, so happy to dance, and her eyes were blinking. And this was Shruti's everything today. Shruti was just so like a child, And I looked at that innocence and I said, how beautiful. And later it becomes a spiritual thing, like it's become for me. It's become very spiritual. It's become something that I can't describe, right? And then, again, while reading the Lalita Sastram, I was listening to it and said, Bhakti Priya and Bhakti Gamya, it says. So I said, what is that Gamya, I said? I did some research on Gamya, and Gamya is very interesting. Gamya is attainable. So you put anything to Gamya, right? But first of all, to be a good Bharatanatyam dancer, you must have what? You should have Bhakti, which many of us don't have. So it says, the mother, the Parashakti herself is Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, right? So I said, this is a Shastra. So Bharatanatyam is Shastra Gamya, attainable only through the Shastra. It is Guru Gamya. So I noticed a very interesting thing. So Shruti was doing the Alaripo, right? Suddenly her elbows went down, and suddenly she did this. So her guru must have said, hey, elbows up. Hey, elbows up. Kai mala. Kai tuki. So she was doing and suddenly elbow went, I smiled. Then there is the guru, right? Why? There's Upadesha Gamya. You can only achieve a beautiful art form through the Upadesha of a guru, with transferring. One thing about I noticed that I'll crack a few jokes, please, I'm very inappropriate. So I've been to a few Arangetrams where the choreography is full speed and jumping and falling. By the time the dancer's finished, the earring has fallen off, and martel has fallen off, and the poo cottage, it's all fallen off one by one, like that. And the dancer's sweating, and she can't breathe. But today, if you see Rekha, so intelligently, what Shruti was capable of. We're all seasoned dancers and artists, right? So the Alaripu was choreographed so intelligently. The Mandi Adus were skipped. Keeping all that in mind, I have noticed, Rekha has been very smart, intelligent, and Shruti danced with so much of ease, because it was not like one teacher in Chennai told me, "Dey, karate panna, dance panna." So because we were young 15 years ago, and we wanted to show dancing for 3 hours, jumping. Who can jump the highest? Today's dance, sorry, I'm little old school. Like my friends call me Mami. So they call me Mami. Mami, sauke ma Mami. Sauke ma I say. So today it's about jumping, rolling. My music teacher told me that, ultra. He saw some dancer rolling. Ayyo. And he sings in the academy. So my teacher Shankar is like, "Ayyo, you're not a patya." I said, "Yeah, I saw." I didn't say anything after that. So Guru Gamya, without her and her understanding that Shruti's body, is suitable to this, Shruti's personality is suitable to this, Shruti's face is suitable to this. And Karishma was asking me about styles. Rekha's such traditional stuff I have not seen in a long time, right? People like us are going with the trend. We're like, oh, Kalakshetra is like this, I should do it like that, So the Guru Gamya, Upadesha Gamya, Shraddha Gamya, Shraddha Umeda Gamya. Without hard work, I don't think she would have come this far, right? Bhava Gamya, which is very important. It's a very misconstrued concept of, the relationship between a guru and a shishya. I think there should be genuine love and respect. Only when there's Bhava Gamya can there be true love, true respect, can there be this beautiful art form. And I think through all these Gamyas, there's something called the Chatur Muktis. I'll finish with that. I know there's somebody else, and everybody wants to have dinner and go home and watch Shruti dance also. Very beautiful Chatur Gamyas. And I'll tell you why this the Chatur Muktis are important. The first Mukti is Sajiva. The one who lives with God is verily God himself, Sajiva. Samipa, the one who keeps God close to him is in Samipa, right? Sarupa, which is important for us. Now we are playing gods and goddesses, and she was showing Muruga and showing the Nayaka and love, showing Ganapati, becoming the god. So the Bharatanatyam dancer is verily Sarupa, a Rupa of God. And I think we dancers should take that very seriously. It's not just an external thing, like Chokalingam Vadyar of the Pandanur Bani said, he said, Chinikumunikalam outside, there's glitter, but sarkarkano, you should have stuff inside. And I always remember that. Everybody's today Chinikumunukku. So you need to have that Sarupa and realize that Bhakti is important. And the last is Sayujya, when you become one with that energy, right? So I wish Shruti and the teacher and all of us here, as we are part of this journey, isn't it? It's not just the dancer here having her own communion with God. You have got involved, I have got involved, we have all got involved. And I sense an energy, a great energy, called Sayujya. We've all become one with an energy. And I wish the dancer a wonderful dancing career. She dances with so much childlike innocence. And Rekha's done such a good job. And we've been a good audience, isn't it? So all the best to Shruti, and I wish her only good luck.
Thank you for those words, sir. Few words about Vidushi Karishma Ahuja. Karishma Ahuja is an artist trained in Guru Kelucharan Mohapatra style of Odissi dance. She has performed at various dance festivals, private, corporate, and public events across India, both as part of group presentation and also as a solo artist. In 2017, Karishma was conferred the award Nritya Kanaka Prabha Saman at the International Indian Classical Dance and Music Festival, Bangalore, the Kalaimani Award in 2019 by the Usuru Natyanjali Foundation, and the Tarang Ratna Award for Accomplished Artists in 2022. In 2021, she was recognized among top 100 iconic artists and educators of the year by the Rhythm Groups, Mumbai. She is a graded artist of Doordarshan. She freelances as a performing artist and Odissi dance instructor. She has established the Kadambari School of Odissi Dance, which imparts equality training in Odissi dance. The school has branches in Bangalore and Chennai. She also organizes annual Indian Classical Dance and Music Festival, Kadambari Utsav, that provides a platform for upcoming artists. She has performed solo at prestigious platforms such as Chidambaram Natyanjali, Taj Mahotsav, etc., and group performances at Surya Dance Festival, National Classical Dance Festival, and many more. In 2020, she was invited to be a part of Atal Kavya Kala Nartan, a national-level dance production based on poetries of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, which premiered on Doordarshan. As a performer, Karishma has been much appreciated for her grace, poise, and mesmerizing stage presence. Karishma has an MBA in HR and has worked in the corporate world as an HR professional for 8 years before she stepped into the world of dance. She's also a certified yoga instructor. She firmly believes that dance heals and intends to use it as a medium to touch lives. A big round of applause to ma'am for gracing the occasion. We would now like to honor our guests.
Namaskar, a very good evening to all of you. I think after Charlie's very interesting speech, I'll keep mine short because he covered most of the pointers I wanted to say. But it's been a wonderful evening so far, and I loved the rendition of all the items, all the pieces that were performed today. And as Charlie said, that the style is traditional, and there were unique movements which I have not seen in other Bharatanatyam performances in the past. So it was nice, it was very refreshing to see these movements. And it's a big feat to pull off an Arangetram at a later point of stage in life. I can say that because I myself have been an adult learner. And there are a lot of barriers that one needs to cross to be able to reach to this level in dance. Be it your physical barriers, your mental, emotional, social barriers. And this is only possible with God's blessings, Guru's blessings, and the support of the family. So I would like to congratulate Rekha, her student Shruti, Shruti's family members, and this is just ending of one phase. The journey of dance doesn't end here. It's ending of one phase and beginning of another phase of this dance journey, which goes much deeper. Our Indian classical art forms are like ocean. The deeper you go, there's more learning to do. So, and the only way to progress on this journey is with humility and sincerity. So that's all I have to say. All the best to Shruti and all the best to Rekha as well.
As I said, Raghavendra sir has always been a father-like figure for me. And I did my first Mohiniyattam debut in Ananya, and after that, I think there's no looking back. So I would like to honor Raghavendra sir. And it's such an honor, and my parents, Appa is not here today because of various reasons, but I think this sir's presence has made it all. So I would like to honor sir as well.
Namaskara. I don't think between two of them have left anything for me to speak. They've given words to all that I was thinking for almost an hour sitting there. Nevertheless, I will not talk about the dance first, I'll talk about myself then. Anyone who visits Seva Sadan will see me almost every other day here. And I do get embarrassed when artist friends like Rekha, Raju, call me at the last moment here. Of course, they've also called me at the first moments. But then, I just come here to enjoy what I see. Then I'm dragged onto stage. If I wanted to be a stage artist from any angle, I would have pursued that, but I didn't do that. I'm more into science, where within a room I work on my material. Anyway, this is something I come because I have realized getting hooked on to any form of dance is always a energizer, gives us a lot of energy, solace, and interaction with artists has really given me a lot of strength to do things. That's where, although I'm not an artist, I am seen with artists many times. Coming to today's program, they have congratulated. My respects go to Madam Shruti Mahadevan for the simple reason I give a lot of value for her. What should I say? It's a sort of commitment towards doing something. She has taken up. What I heard was that she started at around 5 or so to learn. And I don't know how old she is. I don't want to ask that either. But then we all know, it's pursuing art is not. I started playing mridangam 3 times and left it. And about 4 times I started to learn tabla and I had to give up. But then here is a person who pursued her interest and also has all the strength to come onto stage. My sincere congratulations to her. You may not take much of dance from her, but then definitely you will take the attitude and her way of life that she has led is something which is an eye-opener to many of us. And the other thing that I wanted to say was about Rekha, although we know for more than 20 years, and of course, our Charles, his full name is Charles Ma, I don't know what he was called here. Yeah. In fact, from Ananya, for one of the very first programs he danced for us. He, of course, also mentioned, the intelligence with which Rekha has choreographed for some of the known compositions is amazing. She has ensured that the artist will not get tired, even when she comes to Varnam. And the earlier few pieces were very short, so that she has the strength throughout. It's not easy to be even standing 1.5 hours for someone like me, of course. That's something good, keeping the spirit on all the time without affecting the strength is something which is remarkable. And I congratulate Rekha as well for this kind of exercise. and I wish all of them the very best in their career. And of course, Rekha has already reached the top of the pinnacle. And I'm sure what Madam Shruti Mahadevan has to give is a lot. In fact, she should be taken to different schools and told them about what she has achieved. Despite the associated issues, age associated issues. Um, Thanks for getting me on stage. Maybe I'll take a class afterwards. Thank you all for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This evening has come to life in the special way that it has, thanks to our incredible music ensemble that has so ably supported Srimati Shruti through her performance. I would like to introduce you to our incredible musicians. I would like to invite on stage, on vocals, Sri Kala Mandalam Vishnu T.S. On Mridangam, Sri Kala Mandalam Kiran Gopinath. On violin, Sri Sangeet Mohan. On flute, we have with us Dr. Vinod. This show would not have been what it is without the able support provided to us by the host of people. I would like to invite on stage Sri Vinod Raj for the beautiful makeup. Sri Vinod Raj. Costume credits, I would like to call Sri Krishna Kumar onto the stage. Photos and videos, I would like to invite Sri Haran Sudhi. And also for the brilliant job with the invite design and print. I would next like to call on stage Sri Raju on sounds. Stage in charge, Sri Nagaraj. Stage decoration, Sri Ravi.
Today's comparing was done so beautifully. So first of all, I would like to invite Sindhu and Sneha for such wonderful comparing. And I think every Nritya Dhamite would know that my students are my assets, and everything that I do, I think grateful would be a very big word, but I would like to thank them for what they've always done for me. And first thing, I think Teju's not here. Teju has been there teaching and guiding Shruti in my absence. So thank you, Teju, though she's not here physically present. I would like to call all my students on stage: Varshini, Aishwarya, Sanjana, Sharanya, Aditya, Raksha. I would like to give them a small gift from my side because whatever I do for them, it's very small. But I think as a sister, because they are my family, a small token of love from my side. Adi Shankaracharya says, Ma karu dhana jana yavana garvam harati nimeshat kalaha sarvam. Whatever that we have, the beauty, the physicality, the youth, the art, everything will vanish in a spur of a second if thought by God. And my parents and my gurus have always taught me to be humble, and St. Augustine says that humility makes a man an angel, pride makes an angel a devil. Small little story I would like to say that I always, give gratification to my parents because each and every step that I've taken, they've always been there with me forever. And I remember it's almost 20 years for March 2023 since I did my Arangetram. And that time, it was the last piece of gold that my mother had. And she sold that so that I could do my Arangetram. It was not that, I'm sorry, it's kind of emotional for me because when it comes to parents, believe me, I think they have done so much, and I don't think ever that, even if I'm born, I think I should be born as their daughter. Because without them, nothing would be possible. And people who know me very, very nearly have seen my growth, seen how my parents have worked for my growth as well. So, Appa Amma, the whole thing that I have achieved is an obeisance to you. All my gurus have taught me a lot. Some have taken a lot from me. But Janardhanan sir and Sugandhi ma'am have given me something that is over and above speech. They have taught me what a real guru is. And I think without them, I wouldn't be a person that I am today. So I'm very grateful to them as well. My musicians, you would have seen them for most of my shows. I think Kiranetan, Vishnu ji, Vinod ji, Sangeet ji is of course acquainted probably like maybe less than a year. They have been there for everything that I do. And as you know, Mohiniyattam is not an easy task to put through. But even if a Mohiniyattam act is actually kind of pulling attention of audience is only because of these wonderful orchestra. Last, I have to talk about, first I'll talk about Shruti's family. And Shruti's parents are like my parents. Shruti's in-laws are also like my parents because as we read in her profile that it was Shruti's mother-in-law who identified Nritya Dhama and she got me. And I think, got Shruti. And I think it is, over these years, I have become their family and she also has become my family. So lots of love to the family first because they have been such immense support for her, right from her husband to her in-laws to all of you family members sitting here. And Shruti definitely is like my older sister. And I think the conversation that we have, though may not be that of a guru and a shishya, but it is definitely of that of a older sister and younger sister. So I wish Shruti all the best, and may she dance to all the glory of the world and conquer everyone. And thank you, wonderful audience, for being here and supporting all of us. Thank you.
A small token of love from Srimati Shruti and her family.
is a Kirtana, Brocheva Revarura, which is a Telugu composition by Mysore Vasudevacharya. In this Kirtana, the composer says in the Pallavi, "Who will save me other than you, O descendant of Raghu? O treasure of mercy, I can't leave your lotus-like feet." In the Anupallavi, the composer says, "O the one who is worshipped by great ones starting from Brahma, why are you so aloof? You are the only one who can save me. If you yourself show aloofness, what can I do? My diction is inadequate even to praise and sing your story. I am such a poor state. Please clear my worries and grant my wishes and save me." In the Charanam, the composer describes, "Oh, Lord of Sita, don't you have any affection towards me? Oh, the one whose feet were worshipped by Hanuman, why don't you listen to my lamentation? Aren't you the Vishnu who gloriously saved the elephant kind," referring to Gajendra Moksham, "cleansing me of all my sins and without leaving it, holding my hand firmly? Who will save me other than you?" Presenting to you Brocheva Revarura in Kamas Ragam and Aditalam.
Brocheva Revarura Brocheva Revarura Brocheva Revarura Ninnu vinna Raghuvara Nannu 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 Brocheva Revarura Ninnu vinna Raghuvara నిన్ను విన్న రఘువర నీ చరణ భుజములనే నీ చరణ భుజములనే విడజాల కరుణాల వల బ్రోజేవ వరుర నిన్ను విన్న రఘువర నీ చరణ భుజములనే విడజాల కరుణాల వల బ్రోజే ఓ చతురానదివందిత నీకు బరా ఏలనయ్య ఓ చతురానదివందిత నీకు బరా ఏలనయ్య నీ చరితమో పొగడలేను చిందదీర్చి పరములీర్చి వేగము నీ చరితము పొగడలేను చిందదీర్చి పరములీర్చి వేగము ఓ చతురానదివందిత నీకు బరా కేలనయ్య నీ చరితము పొగడలేను చిందదీర్చి పరములీర్చి వేగము సానిద పధని సని నిద దమవ ధమ పగమ పధని సని రపమ నిజ పమ గమ పదమ గరి సమగమ పదమ పధని ససరిని నిని సద దదని పధమ పదని దపమ గమ నిదని పదమ పదని సమాగరి సరి నిద పస నిద పమగ పదని ప్రోచేవ వరుర నిన్ను విన్న రఘువర నన్ను బ్రోజే సీతాపతి నాపై నీకభిమానములే సీతాపతి నాపై నీకభిమానములే వాత్మజ శ్రుతబాల నామురలను వినరాత్మజ శ్రుతబాల నామురలను వినరా ఆతురముఖ కలిరాజుని బ్రోజిన వాసుదేవుడే నీవు కదా ఆతురముఖ కలిరాజుని బ్రోజిన వాసుదేవుడే నీవు కదా ఆతురముఖ కలిరాజుని బ్రోజిన కదా నా పాతకమెల్ల పోగొట్టి గట్టి బట్టి విడువక పాతకమెల్ల పోగొట్టి గట్టి బట్టి విడువక సానిధ పద నిసని నిద గమ పమ పగ పదని సన్నిధ పమ నిధ పమగ పదమ గరి సమ గమ పదమ పదని సరి ని సద దదని పద మదని సాని దప మగమని దని పదమ పదని సమాగరి సరి నిద పస నిద మగ పదని రోజే వదుర విన రఘువర చరణ భుజములనే విడజాల కరుణాల వల బ్రోజే
Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha, Om Shri Sai Ram. My heart is too full, so I requested Rekha ma'am, I want to say a few words. My thing with dance started at a very young age, at 5.5 years. But maybe God's will, I had to continue it at the age of 35. And now I'm nearing 40. What I want to say, mainly two things. One is, it's always said, the art is always greater than the artist. We all know, each of us who love art, we're just a drop in the ocean called art, each artist. So I actually want to pay homage to this art form, which has actually accepted me, called Bharatnatyam. I got very influenced at a very young age by watching on DD Hema Malini ji dancing. So that's when my mother decided, okay, this girl has to be put in class. Appa Amma, I know you're not here, you're in Puttaparthi, I know you're watching live. Health problems, they couldn't travel. I cannot explain or express what you people mean to me. My heart is really overwhelmed that I could do this. I always had a carefree upbringing. They were like, you do what you want. You don't have to do an MBA. But it was me stupidly said, okay, all are doing MBA, I'll do MBA. I wish I had followed dance then itself. But I had to meet Rekha. Talking of Rekha, she is a dream guru for me. She understands my limitations, she understands my plus, and she works around it. She has given my soul this wings of dance to dance. And I mean, I was not sure 2 months before that I could achieve this. It is her encouragement and love. Then God decided that one set of parents is not enough for me. He got me married and gave me another set of parents. Kalanyappa, you're not here with us. I miss you every day. He used to tell his friends, she is just happy dancing away her days. And it has come true. You're there above watching us. Geetama, what can I say? In fact, most of my friends say she's a package deal with Shruti. If we call Shruti, Geetama comes. That's what you are to me. You have nurtured this love for dance. You have flamed it for me. You have, it's the small nitty-gritties in the house, you know, taking care of this, taking care of that. Let Shruti rest, let Shruti practice, let her not disturb. It is such a huge thing when you see in the entire picture. You know, I will stress myself out, let Shruti achieve what she wants. Then my thank you will not, you know, be complete without me thanking my husband. We have had a very, very, you know, rocky start. When we got married, he was in a startup. We were not, there was no earning, we were managing, we supported each other. Now he, actually when I said I want to do dance, all he said was, I'm so happy you're able to find a passion and live. In fact, touchwood, he said this, which I was very angry. If I go now, I'm happy that there is something to take care of you. You have a passion. Thank you so much for everything, for all the support, for understanding me, and for always being there. My entire family who's here and who's watching me live, I love you all so much. I know I received each and every message which you all couldn't come. One day, hopefully, all of you will be there for my performance. Last but not the least, our Nrityadama beauties. Rekha is a very, very, very busy person. One day she'll be here, next day she'll be like, baby, I'm in airport, I can't take class today. She is so busy. These people are literally the pillar of Nrityadama. And any of them, you go to them, they will not care how older I am. I ask them something, I ask them for help. They are always there to help me. And some of them are like apologetic, Akka, I don't know this item. I can tell you who knows, I'll ask her to come to make you practice. That sweet they are. Thank you so much. Teju, hopefully you're watching live. Thank you for pushing me for those 10 days and making me want to actually kill myself. But this I have achieved because of that intense training that you pushed me to. Thank you, everyone. My heart is really happy today. This is like a new me, new beginning. I hope I can continue this journey with everybody's support. And another huge round of applause for our musicians. They are immense support. Yesterday at the rehearsal, first time, just with their doing it, you know, just sitting there and humming, the thing within me to dance and, you know, finish the rehearsals as soon as possible was like, it was, I can't describe in words. Thank you so much for being there for me. Thank you everybody for being there for me. Thank you.
Charlie and Karishma, I'll take 2 minutes again. First of all, to thank you all. You all have always been there with me, supporting and caring and loving. And then having friends in the same fraternity is very hard, believe me. And I think all of us have got through that. But you are my true and best friends, and I love you both. Thank you.
ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅಂತಿಮ ಘಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೀಗ ತಲುಪಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕೇವಲ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೃತ್ಯದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮುಗಿಯಲಿದೆ. ಇಂತಹದೊಂದು ಸುಂದರ ಸಂಜೆಯನ್ನು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸುವ ಸಮಯ. ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶ್ರುತಿರವರ ಯಶಸ್ಸಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವಾದ್ಯಗೋಷ್ಠಿಯವರ ಕೈವಾಡವಿದೆ. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕಲಾವಿದೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಅವರ ಕುಟುಂಬಸ್ಥರ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ನೃತ್ಯಧಾಮ ನೃತ್ಯ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ನೃತ್ಯ ಕಲೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ವಾಸ್ತವಿಕತೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವ ಕಷ್ಟ ಸುಖಗಳ ಸಮಾಗಮನವನ್ನು ನೃತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸುವ ಮಾರ್ಗ. ಇಂತಹದೊಂದು ಕಲೆಯನ್ನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರೇಖಾ ರಾಜುರವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳವಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ತಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ದಾರಿ ಎರೆಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂತಹ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಪರದೆಯ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಚಂದದ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶ್ರುತಿರವರ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ನೃತ್ಯಧಾಮ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೈನ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನೃತ್ಯ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಿನಂತಿ. ಊಟದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನಿರ್ಗಮಿಸುವ ಮುನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಫುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಡ್. ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಕೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಯು ಲೀವ್. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಕೊನೆಯ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿ. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ನೃತ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿಯ ಕೊನೆಯ ಭಾಗವಾಗಿ ತಿಲ್ಲಾನವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿಪಡಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಸಹ ತಿಲ್ಲಾನದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿಯಲಿದೆ. A tilana is always a fitting finale to any Bharatnatyam recital because it has a quick movement and fast footwork with beautiful melody. Srimati Shruti will now conclude her performance for this evening with Tilana followed by Mangalam. Tilana in Raga Kadana Kutuhala set to Aditalam. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಎನ್ನುವುದು ಸಾವಿರಾರು, ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳ ಮೊತ್ತವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ತಿಲ್ಲಾನದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿಸಲಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಶುಭರಾತ್ರಿ.
നാദിർദിർത്തും ഋതില്ലില്ലാനി നാദിർദിർദി തന്നനതും തദരദനി നാദിർദിർതും 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 നാദിർദിർത്തും ഋതില്ലില്ലാനി നാദിർദിർദി തന്നനതും തദരതാനിദിരന നിദഉതരതാനിദിരന തദരതാനിദിരന നിദഉതരതാനിദിരന തക്കിട്ടജം മദനി തക്കിട്ടജം ഗപസരക്കിട്ടജം മദനി തക്കിട്ടജം ഗപസ തക്കിട്ടതം സാനി രവ മഗരി സദത്ത കിട്ടതം സാനി രവ നാദരദരദി തന്നനതം തദരദനിദോ തരികിട്ടതും തരികിട്ടതും തജനോതം തരികിട്ടതും തരികിട്ടതും തജനോതം തരികിടതകതകതിത്തളാങ്ക് തകതരികിടതകതകതിത്തളാങ്ക് ദോ ദിരുത്തിരുത്തും ദിരുത്തും തരികിടതക തകതരികിടതക ഓ ദിരുത്തിരുത്തും ദിരുത്തും തില്ലാന ധൃത്തില്ലാന ധൃത്തില്ലാന ദില്ലാന ധൃത്തില്ലാന ധൃത്തില്ലാന സ്വരി മഗരി സരി മദനി ഗപസം സരി മഗരി സരി മദനി ഗപ സരി ദപ മഗപ മഗരി നാദിരദിരദി തന്നനതു രദരദരി നാദിരദിരദോ നാദിരദിർതം ധൃത്തില്ലില്ലാനി നാദിരദിരദി തന്നനതു വദനമതേ വിരസനേ അധരമതേ മുരസനേ വദനമതേ വിരസനേ അധരമതേ മുരസനേ മധുരഗാനം വരേ മുരളീ മനോ ഹരണരേ മദന കദന കുതൂഹല മുദംബൻ വീരാന 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 രാവ മദന കദന കുതൂഹല മുദംബൻ വീരാന 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 രാവ തട്ടിക്കിട്ടത്തും തരികിടത്തും തജണുതം തട്ടിക്കിട്ടത്തും തരികിടതും തജണുതം തരികിടതകതകതിത്തളാങ്കു തകതരികിടതകതകതിത്തളാങ്കു ദോ ദിരുദിരുതും ദിരുതും തരികിടതകതകതിത്തളാങ്കു തകതരികിടതകതകതിത്തളാങ്കു ദോ ദിരുദിരുതും ദിരുതും ദിരുതും തില്ലാന ധൃത്തില്ലാന ധൃത്തില്ലാന ദില്ലാന ദില്ലാന ധൃത്തില്ലാന സ്വരി മഗരി സരി മദനി ഗപസ മഗരി നാദിരദിരദി തന്നനതോം തദരദനി നാദിരദിരദോം നാദിരദിരദോം ധൃത്തില്ലില്ലാനി നാദിരദിരദി തന്നനതോം തദരദനി നാദിരദിരദോം നാദിരദിരദോം ധൃത്തില്ലില്ലാനി നാദിരദിരദി തന്നനതോം തദരദനി നാദിരദിരദോം നാദിരദിരദോം ധൃത്തില്ലില്ലാനി നാദിരദിരദി തന്നനതോം നാദിരദിരദി തന്നനതോം നാദിരദിരദി തന്നനതോം ಪವಮಾನ ಸುತಡು ಬಡು ಪದ वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः नमः